What's going on, everybody? Rob Ferretti here, and I don't know if Tesla has the worst warranty on the planet or it's just the sign of the times, and this could be coincidental, but you saw the videos of my car pulling the charger off the wall and ripping it out and getting stuck, and I had to deal with that whole ordeal. That sucked, but Tesla didn't warranty that, and we'll get into that. But then at the same time, I had my Lamborghini Urus back here at the dealership because we had a headlight malfunction light. Now, the headlight malfunction light was like, all right, it's under warranty, bring it to the dealership. And the dealer called me and they're like, hey, did you replace the windshield? I'm like, nope. All right, well, we'll get back to you. Then next thing you know, it's like, hey, so they're not going to warranty it because they consider the programming of the headlight a wear item. And I was like, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, you can look, the windshield is the same windshield I bought it with. And there's no reason, like, the light came on, it's under warranty. Can I even change the calibration of the headlights myself? If the answer is no, then you should probably warranty it. We'll go back and we'll see what we can come up with. So I was like, all right. So they went back. And this is all bailing Tesla out, by the way. This is two different warranty claims that just happen to happen at the same time. And that's why I buy a lot of warranty cars, so I don't have to deal with claims. And we don't look to warranty stuff that shouldn't be warranted. Like, I'm not trying to sneak something in. And that's why I've always been able to maintain warranties all this years, because I'm not trying to roll back the odometers or sneak all this like crazy stuff through warranty claims processes. I've always been good with the manufacturers. They've always been good to me. And we have another problem. But in something like this, where the headlight could be affected by the windshield, is weird to me, but like the cars are getting more advanced. I can see something like that happening. Comes back and says, sorry, I tried, we can't do it. And I was like, all right. So he's like, the headlight calibration is going to be, and we're trying to figure out what the actual problem is, but the headlight calibration is $2,000. And I'm like, $2,000 to plug in the computer and calibrate the headlight? And he's like, yeah. And so I'm like, all right, I don't want to deal with this. I want to get it done. I want to get the light off. So if I agree to this, and I'm like, is this going to solve the problem? And they're like, well, we don't know, but it's the first step. I'm like, all right, well, if it doesn't solve the problem, and the next step, you would have to replace something. If you then replace that, would you have to recalibrate the settings for the headlight? Yeah, we would. And I'm like, so can we agree that if I agree to give you the $2,000 for the headlight programming and it doesn't fix it, and first off, I think you should cover it, but that's aside from the fact, because like they consider headlight programming a wear item. Did I use the high beams too much? I don't know. It didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But would Lamborghini agree that if it is not the programming and it's something else, then you would have to reprogram it anyway, that I'd be refunded for the programming? Nope. All right, well, I don't really have a choice. Luckily, they did reprogram it, and it did fix the problem. When I got the repair bill, I was like, let me look at the repair bill and see. And it did say, and this is, I'm giving them an out on this one because I thought that was egregious. I think it's very silly to make a headlight programming that I can't even access. I don't have the ability to access the headlight programming. To consider that a wear item to me is nonsense. But they did say they performed a diagnostic scan and found faults present for the front camera, which is probably this thing up here, and the right environmental camera, no basic settings. Now, the right environmental camera, you look at the car, this is the right, this is the left. I'm assuming there's a camera in here somewhere. I don't see it, but I would assume there's an environmental camera somewhere. The Teslas, you can see them. Let's just say it's behind the glass, right? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Then they said the vehicle has had body work done on both passenger doors, which it has, and I did not hide that, which is why there is no basic setting fault for the environmental camera is present. Alignment and calibrations are needed. So they're lumping in the headlight calibration with whatever environmental camera is over here. I'm going to give Lamborghini a pass on that because it wasn't an accident. If that's what somehow, and it should be the same mirror, and I'm like 99% certain that the mirror was not damaged. The mirror just came off and went right back on the replacement door. If that threw off the calibration, that's on me. I'm not going to argue that. They didn't ask me that. They didn't tell me that. I told them it was in an accident and the doors were replaced on the passenger side. I have trouble believing that the calibration is off by like taking the screws out and putting it right back in the same place in the same door, but we'll give them a pass. The thing I don't agree with is that Lamborghini, not agreeing if the calibration wasn't the problem and they would have to recalibrate whatever replacement part, they charge me on that. That's weird to me. $2,000 to calibrate a headlight as well is very weird to me. It said there was no settings. And I'm like, if there's no settings, or like you're charging me and they charge effectively 6 hours, I can't imagine it's like, hey, Jim, move to the left. All right, stand there. All right, like I don't see that. I don't see 6 hours worth of labor plugging something in, walking away, going to lunch and coming back and be like, all right, calibration's done. Little frustrating there, but Tesla is worse because Tesla, this is the purpose, this is of my rant, of my video here. Tesla, before you do a service, they're like, the estimated cost is this. And then they just like authorize your credit card. They do the service, they charge you. And there's no real way to dispute it. And I have a problem with Tesla charging me for removing the plug out of the wall or out of the charging port when it ripped out of my house. And I went and I brought the charger there. I'm like, this thing ripped out of my house. Yeah, well, we never seen that. Oh, look at that video. Holy crap. Yeah, look at that. We've never seen that before. And I'm like, well, can you give me a new charger too? Like I had to get the electricians to come in and replace the charger on my house. And this is a $500 charger. And so you're charging me money and I'm paying for an electrician and I'm doing this and I'm going through all this stuff because your car sort of drove away. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why it doesn't lock the wheels. It's an all-wheel drive model. If the wheels were locked, we've never gotten to the bottom of what happened. And hopefully I never have that problem again because I'm going to have a heated driveway by next winter and I'm not going to have any snow on it. And that should alleviate the concern of anything going away. But at the end of the day, I brought it in for a noise. And the noise that I've played the noise several times. They're like, oh, we can't replicate it. I'm like, well, here's a video. Like, how do you not replicate it? And then I get it back and it's got the same noise. And they charge me for the diagnostics of like, yeah, we looked and we couldn't find the noise. So it's the first thing when they did that, it was the air filter. They're like, oh, it's the air filter causing that. I'm like, all right, great. But you just gave it back to me. It's got the same noise. Brought it back for the noise again. They charged me another like $70. And I'm like, we can't hear the noise. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The noise is there and it still exists to this day. This is the noise. So the noise doesn't go away. I keep bringing it back. And anytime I've ever gotten a warranty anywhere, you bring your car in and you're like, I don't know, it's driving funny. Yeah, we checked, can't replicate the problem. Here's your car back, bring it back when it comes back or something like that. Tesla charges you for that. And I've never had a dealership in my entire driving life charge me to look and find there's nothing wrong on a warranted car. And the problem I have with Tesla is that there is something wrong and they just refuse to fix it or they're not fixing it properly. And I try to look for a way to contest or charge back, not to even charge back, but like to reach out to Tesla to say like, look, you guys shouldn't be charging me for this. You should be paying me back for this. They have the worst warranty on the planet. Now, I don't even want to bring it back, but now I'm driving a car that's making noise that it shouldn't be making because their warranty service sucks and I don't want to keep bringing it back and getting charged for stuff that they're not fixing. That's frustrating. And this isn't like a Tesla political rant in any way. I still drive Teslas. I like Teslas. Nobody's keyed it yet. But at the end of the day, their warranty sucks, and they should know about it. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. If you agree, or if you've dealt with Tesla and you've had similar things, maybe they just don't like me. Maybe it's a New York thing that they just charge you for looking at your car under warranty up here. It's weird to me. So far, I've brought it back. They've pulled the plug out. I've replaced the charger on my house. And I've gotten an air filter and it's cost me like $1,000. That sucks.